Leonor holds a second title Spain almost never says out loud. Everyone knows Princess Leonor as the future Queen of Spain. It is the title that appears in headlines around the world. But what if there was another title she holds? One that carries centuries of history. One that is just as important, yet is rarely mentioned in everyday conversation? Most people simply call her Princess Leonor. But by law and tradition, Spain's heir to the throne holds several historic titles, each representing a different part of the country's royal heritage. So why does one of those titles almost never make the headlines? And what does it actually mean? Let's uncover one of the most fascinating facts about Spain's future queen. More than the Princess of Asturias. When King Felipe VI became king in 2014, Leonor automatically became the heir to the Spanish throne. With that role came the title most people recognize, Princess of Asturias. For centuries, this title has belonged to the heir apparent and symbolizes the future of the Spanish crown. Every year, the Princess of Asturias Awards remind the nation of its importance. But that is only part of the story. The other historic titles, along with Princess of Asturias, Leonor also inherited several traditional titles connected to Spain's historic kingdoms. These include Princess of Girona, linked to the former crown of Aragon, Princess of Viana, associated with the historic kingdom of Navarre. She also holds other traditional hereditary dignities that reflect Spain's long and complex history. Together, these titles represent the unity of different regions under the Spanish crown. Why people rarely hear them? If Leonor has several titles, why do most people know only one? The answer is simple. Princess of Asturias has become the principal title of the heir to the throne. It is used in official ceremonies, media reports, and international events. The other titles remain legally and historically significant, but they are used less frequently in everyday public life. That doesn't make them less important. It simply reflects modern practice. A title rooted in history. The title Princess of Girona dates back to the medieval crown of Aragon. Meanwhile, Princess of Viana has its origins in the former kingdom of Navarre. These titles remind Spaniards that today's nation was shaped by several historic kingdoms long before modern Spain emerged. By holding these titles, Leonor symbolizes the shared heritage of those regions. More than ceremonial names, some people think royal titles are little more than tradition. In reality, they represent history, identity, and continuity. Each title carries centuries of meaning. Each connects the present monarchy with generations that came before. For Leonor, these are not simply honorary names. They are reminders of the institution she is preparing to serve. Preparing for every region of Spain as future queen, Leonor is expected to represent all Spaniards. That means understanding the country's diverse cultures, languages, and traditions. Her education and official visits reflect that responsibility. She has gradually taken part in ceremonies and events across different parts of Spain, learning about the unique character of each region. Her historic titles reinforce that national role. A modern heir with ancient traditions, Leonor represents a new generation. She studied abroad, completed the International Baccalaureate, undertook military training. Yet alongside that modern education, she carries traditions dating back hundreds of years. This combination of modern preparation and historic symbolism defines today's constitutional monarchy. Why these titles still matter? Although the titles are ancient, they continue to have symbolic importance. They remind citizens that the monarchy is connected to Spain's long constitutional and historical development. Whether attending award ceremonies, military events, or official visits, Leonor carries that history with her. The responsibility behind the titles. Holding multiple historic titles is not about prestige alone. It comes with expectations. Leonor is preparing for a lifetime of public service. Every speech she delivers, every official engagement she attends, every milestone she reaches helps prepare her for that responsibility. The titles are symbols of service, not personal privilege. Looking toward the future, one day, Leonor will become Queen of Spain. When that day arrives, the titles she now holds as heir will become part of history, just as they were for previous heirs before her. Until then, they remain an important reminder of the journey she is still taking, a journey of education, duty, and preparation. What Spain sometimes leaves unsaid. Perhaps the reason these additional titles are rarely spoken aloud is because one title has come to represent them all. When people say Princess of Asturias, they are often referring to the entire role of the heir to the throne. Yet behind those familiar words lies a much richer story. A story stretching back through centuries of Spanish history. A story connecting kingdoms, traditions, and generations. Conclusion: Princess Leonor is much more than the title most people know. As heir to the Spanish throne, she also holds historic titles such as Princess of Girona and Princess of Viana, each reflecting an important chapter in Spain's past. Although these names are rarely heard in everyday conversation, they remain powerful symbols of the country's history and unity. As Leonor continues preparing for her future as queen, those titles serve as a reminder that she is not only inheriting a crown, she is inheriting centuries of tradition, responsibility, and service to the people of Spain. And perhaps that is the true significance of the title that Spain almost never says out loud.